Hey, what's going on everybody? So today I want to make a video talking about some common diagnoses that people get at the hospital that drive me crazy, and it really should offend you, okay? Because it really is offensive to your intelligence. So I'm going to go through each one of these, and let's start with the first one. So here's the scenario. You go into the doctor and you're like, God, I have stomach pain and gas and bloating and diarrhea or constipation. It's like my stomach, my gut is just so irritated. And then they tell you you have irritable bowel syndrome. It's like, well, no kidding. That's what I just told you. You just changed the word. Instead of gut, you said bowel. Instead of not feeling good, you say irritable, and you add syndrome at the end. That's not a diagnosis. Here's the truth is, they have no idea what's causing it, and then they just give it a name, reword it, and add syndrome. And then, more often than not, you get a medication. And it's like, well, how can you give a medication if you don't know what's causing the problem to begin with? Now at the end, I'm going to give you a really good solution to all of these I guarantee will help. But let's go through to the next one. Same thing. You go in the hospital, say, I'm just tired all the time. It's like, I have no energy. I'm just always tired. It's like, well, you have chronic fatigue syndrome. It's like, well, yeah, that's what I just told you. All you did was reword it. So all the time, chronic, fatigue, tired, and then add syndrome at the end. I mean, that should offend you. That's not a diagnosis. That's just rewording the symptoms that you just gave a person. Well, fibromyalgia, so you go in, it's like, you know what, I just hurt all over. My muscles, they just ache. I just have achy muscle pain all over my body. So mya, right, muscle, fiber, algia means pain. Muscle, fiber, pain. Again, it's what I just told you. I mean, here's what really, really bothers me and should bother you, is a lot of times I'll see people with this, they'll get prescribed an antidepressant. So what they're saying to you is, it's just in your head, right? There's something wrong with your head. You need an antidepressant. You don't have anything physically wrong with you. It's just in your head. I completely disagree with that. This one has been on the radio all the time. So endocrine means any organ that produces hormones. Pancreas is one such organ, and insufficiency. So in the radio commercials, like, if you have gas, bloating, diarrhea, constipation, stomach pain, you may have endocrine pancreatic insufficiency. Make sure you go ask your doctor about this. And what they do is they have this commercial, and they're also marketing to doctors, right? So you go ask about this, and they already have the medication to give you to treat this made-up condition that is the exact same symptoms as irritable bowel syndrome, or pretty much anybody that's not eating what they should be eating, which we'll get to. And the last one, I just got to pick on the chiropractors a little bit, because people will be told you have degenerative disc disease. That's like telling an older person they have degenerative face disease. I mean, aging happens, right? Your body's going to break down as part of aging. It's not a disease, it's just you're aging. That being said, certain lifestyle choices can cause you to age faster. Certain lifestyle choices can cause your stomach to hurt, to cause digestive unrest, to give you gas and bloating and constipation, and it almost always comes from what you eat. When you eat bad foods, right? When you eat foods that are damaging you, it causes damage, and damage produces inflammation. Inflammation produces pain. It can literally damage your insides. An analogy I like to give is, I'm sure you've seen someone with a rash, right? You get something on your skin that your skin reacts to, and it damages it, and you can see it, and you can feel it, and it's right there. When you eat certain foods, oftentimes grains, refined grains, junk foods, for a lot of people it's dairy, for a lot of people it's beans and legumes, it damages your gut, it damages your insides. Just like poison ivy on your skin damages your skin. It damages you, and you just can't see it, but it's damage. Some of the foods you're eating are causing damage, and then you get symptoms. The treatment is not an antidepressant or some other thing. It's to figure out what you're eating that you shouldn't be that's damaging you. Or a lot of people, we're not getting the nutrients we need to be healthy. So like, every cell in our body is made from the foods we eat. That's how your entire body's built, right? Like, if you stop eating, you starve to death, yes? So everything your body's built by what you eat. A lot of us, we're not getting the good nutrients we need to build healthy cells. They can't function like they should, and you get symptoms, pain, gas, just the symptoms you see here. Or if you're deficient in the nutrients your body needs to like function, you're tired. You could be tired all the time because you're starving of good nutrition. The truth is, a lot of us, we're overfed and starving at the same time. We're eating tons of calories that have very little nutrition, so we're overfed and overweight, yet starving at the same time. Okay? And then for a lot of us, man, just sleep is so huge. Like, sleep is when your body's recovering and repairing. So think about this. If you start getting the good nutrients that you should have, start cutting out the bad stuff that's damaging you, start getting adequate sleep, all of these symptoms can get so much better. And I see it all the time. See, most often people come to me to look better, right? It's like, how do I lose weight? Because I'm gonna look better. I want a summer body, okay? And what happens is I show them how to eat healthy. Just teach healthy eating. I don't even care about weight loss, to be honest with you. I just teach healthy eating, and then all of a sudden, all these symptoms start to go away. All right, it's so interesting. And one thing too, you got to realize, it's why we have to focus on health is because a lot of people will come to me and they're not super overweight, they're skinny, but they're still sick. Like, you don't see the Crohn's disease, the irritable bowel syndrome, the rheumatoid arthritis. A lot of the times what happens too is when you eat foods you shouldn't be eating and it damages your insides, it can damage your gut, and things, we'll just call it, things go into your bloodstream that shouldn't be there, and your immune system goes crazy. It's like, what is this stuff? It's not supposed to be here. And you get immune conditions, and you get autoimmune diseases like eczema. A lot of skin conditions come from rheumatoid arthritis. Acne is huge, skin conditions from diet. It's all interrelated. So what I did to make it as easy as possible for you is I wrote a book, and I call it The Truth About Weight Loss. And the truth is you just need to teach people to eat healthy to maximize the health of all the cells in their body. And when you do that, you lose the fat, you build the muscle, and all these other symptoms can get better. It's like, it works like magic. So I wrote a book, I made it as simple as possible, and you can click the link somewhere, I don't know, it'll be above or below in a button, and you can get it for free. You can get it for free, all right? So do my best to try and show you the best approach. And here's what's really super awesome, amazingly cool about all this, is when someone just shows you how to get the right nutrients in your body, get the bad stuff out, right? Show you the right choices and make it simple for you. It doesn't have to be that hard, and it doesn't have to be very expensive. Your kids and everyone around you gets healthier too. Like, I can't imagine how many kids, I used to be one of them, man. I used to be one of them, are just sitting at school and they're in pain, and it's because they're just eating the wrong foods all the time, okay? So hopefully this video helps somebody, and hopefully this gives you some hope, right? So this kind of stuff can get better. It absolutely can. You don't have bad genes, right? That's another thing, oh man, I could talk about this forever, but you go on and say, oh, it must be genetic. Well, if it was genetic, you'd have had this from day one, because you had the same genes from day one, yes? Right? It's something, some choices that you've been making that have compounded over time that eventually develop into symptoms. So I do my best to make it as easy for you to apply the right choices, and hopefully this helps somebody out there.